Good morning and welcome back to the farm. Join us here on the Oaks. My name as ever is John and we are getting the barley fertilised if we can today. It looks like we've got rain coming in again later on today. We got rained off yesterday after we finished the recording, so looks like it's going to be pretty much same sort of thing today. Once we get this fertilising done, there won't be a lot to do on the farm until harvest, so we will jump off and not do any vlogs until harvest. Should get this little field done today. No, we won't. Here comes that rain already. We will make our way to a stop because we don't want to damage that, and we will see you once this rain's cleared. Okay, you join us back a good few days later. The last 3 or 4 days have all been wet, and yeah, so had to jump all the way to the 6th of April to get a dry day. But yeah, we will see how things go now. It is a night, it's still a bit cloudy, but sun trying to break through. We should be able to get a good chunk of this fertiliser spread today with a decent dry day. Starting off in the smaller of the 2 fields, should get this field done pretty quickly, I think. Then we're into the massive barley field that you see in front of us there. Yeah, hopefully the amount of rain we've just had the last 3 or 4 days, hopefully it doesn't impact the yield too much, because the weather does affect the yield a fair bit. Fingers crossed that it doesn't. Get ourselves out there a bit. Yeah, we will get through as much of this as we can with you now. Into these tram lines. We are overlapping a little bit in this tram line, at least to start off with. So shut half of the sprayer off still think that this is pretty much the best way forward using liquid fertiliser. It saves us having an extra piece of equipment on the farm, and you get a bit more done per tankful than you would with an offer of solid fertiliser. We do a little bit of the next breed as we are turning. Get off the headland. It is a bit of a dull day today, but it seems to go bright and then dull again. We are promised by the weatherman that we will get a bit of sunshine later. We've still got 74% of the tank full, so should get this field done without any need to fill up again. Only another round and a breed, I think, to finish this off. Get ourselves back in to the next tram line. There's parts where it's not putting a lot of fertiliser on at all, so some of it is pretty good. We are putting 120 kilos an acre for the most part. Somebody else working somewhere. I can hear their tractor in the distance. How far through this we get today. We are coming towards the end of April. As I say, we may skip May and come back when the crops are ready to harvest, get the combine out. Potatoes, they should love the fact they've had a bit of water, but not sure about the barley, the rapeseed and the wheat. They probably wouldn't be as keen. Not of the amount of water we had. We do want some rain, but I don't think they needed as much as what we got. Get us through the final round in this field. Will be a case of shutting half the sprayer off when we turn round, because we've already done a breed round the headland which took up some of it. Can't really see the edge of the sprayer, none too well. Can we lean forward? No, not really. Now get ourselves back down this breed, which will be last breed in here. Still got 60% of the tank full. We are now spraying a little bit as we come to the end. Getting a little bit of a wider bit towards the end here, maybe. I don't think it is. Thin bit that needed some fertiliser on it. Let's just pull that up, go and fill it up. No point in starting with a less than full hopper. Might as well fill the tank up before we start in here. That, fill it up. May need to go and buy some more liquid fertiliser before we are done in here. Let's get ourselves see how much we use going around this headland. This is going to be a long way around here, so again, not putting as much on here. It looks like 105 kilos per acre in here, so that's all good. %, nitrogen. Headland. This is where the Goring rows are, so by the time we get to here we shall be on shorter runs. No guarantees that we are going to get all the way around here, although we've only used 10% at the moment. .435 litres per acre going on here. They've got in that field next door. It could be well, it's definitely a cereal crop, but whether it's probably wheat, looking at the colour of it. Wheat or oats, maybe. They're already just over 20% of the tank gone. Made a mess up there in this. Probably where we pulled out because it rained as we finished drilling, so it's probably caused a chunk of it not to grow anything. Has made a mess down this side. First time I've been in here since we drilled it, so we didn't notice it in time to re-drill this little bit. Fairly sizable area that's been ripped up. I think it's probably when we took the telehandler out where we did this damage. Mistake there, just caught the tree with the boom. Not sure what caused this, unless did we put a tram line in the headland? I'm not sure. Looks like it's at the right place to have had a tram line put in. Looks like the pub's pretty busy. I think they do breakfast as well as serve alcohol, so people are probably in there, travellers, travelling salesmen and people like that will be stopping in for a coffee and a full English probably. Almost got through 40%, although down this side we're only using 269 litres an acre. Should get around. I think we're over halfway round, although we are almost half of the tank gone. It does mean that we are more than halfway round, so it really did make a mess of this headland. We've got another breed there where there's a lot of beginning to wonder whether somebody's been in here joyriding. on and work the day out, so next time you join us we'll be out with the combine again, hopefully, fingers crossed. Although we may come and have a ride round and look at the crops, see how they're faring with that rain. Have a ride round, just a short video to have a look at them, see what they're doing. Back up to 410 litres an acre now. Nice bit of loamy land here. Although it needs a bit more fertiliser, should yield that little bit more come harvest. Silty clay here as well, so yeah, not sure what we've got all the way through the field, but we are on silty clay just here. That's another reason why we stopped spraying the fertiliser for a day or two, because yeah, silty clay gets very boggy when it's wet. Almost around the outside. End of here and we shall turn off, hold it up. And get ourselves filled up once more. We get it with what fertiliser we've got here. Definitely going to be needing some more bringing over. Bit left to go down to the shop after this little bit. So this breed through here, come back on the short breed. Litres an acre here, up to 166 and down to 141 again, so varying amounts needed across the field. Yes, we have got one short breed there to come back down here on. fishing pond there. We may have a day's fishing in there one day. Do like a bit of carp fishing, so might jump in there and see if we can get some. I don't think anyone's been allowed to fish it. I mean, it was dug, I think it was a bomb hole. I think there's an airfield on this field, a grass airfield in World War II. I think that was a bomb hole that was there after the war. It was sorted out so it could have fish put in it. And I think the farmer what had this land through the war years and into the 50s, I think he fished it for a good few years, then his son took over. He never liked fishing. I think his dad continued fishing it till about 1970. And then when his son sold the farm to us last year, it hadn't been fished from 1970 until that year. Still hasn't been fished now. Nobody knows what's in there, what sizes of fish there are in there or anything. Get ourselves down this tram line here. A little bit needs doing. Get down to where it doesn't need to be fertilised anymore, we'll run up to the, I think the top of the field will be the quickest route to go. By the time we've got all of it fertilised this side, it's getting ever shorter, just one, there we go. Then get into the next tram line. Tram line. So yeah, I don't know what fish are in that pond. We may have to come down here and walk fishing barrow and our carp rods. Not been fishing myself for a good few years now, to be fair. Go around the headland on here. Yeah, nice reed bed there to fish up against if we want to have a go of fishing. Get back into our tram line we was in and continue along. And back into our tram line. I'm hopeful we can get this finished today, which will mean the next episode you see us in, next vlog will be with the combine out in the field. Have to put advert in local job centre and in the Farmers Weekly or whatever other farming press there is. Try and get ourselves a decent tractor driver. This next tram line seems a little narrow. We'll follow it down anyway. These big fields, if they ever need root crops in, will be wheat, barley and potatoes all in this one field, because it's too big to have one crop growing in it. We'll see how far through we can get with you with us. Won't be much further. We're about out of time. The will jump on board with the GoPro, which battery's worn out on that. We shall see. As we edge ever closer to the end, it will go flat as well if we're not careful, so getting a good chunk of field done, so still not used 40% as yet. Massey will be called into duty for potato harvest, carrot harvest as well. Might get the duets out on for sugar beet harvest. Herbicide fertiliser put down once again. Been a decent day when we finally found a day where we could finally get out into the field. Tram lines definitely a bit growing in the middle here. But for today we are about done. We will head round and into that next tram line the other side of the pond. Here and see what this water's like. It's some nice reed beds to fish up against. I think probably there would be as good a place as any. Not very deep till you get into the middle, but has got vegetation underneath. But anyway, for today, that is where we're going to leave you. We hope you enjoyed today's vlog. Done over 2 days, but we shall continue on. So thank you to the virtual racing farmer. Please give us a like, give us a share, drop us a comment. If you are new to their channel and you'd like to see more of what we do here, please subscribe to the channel. If you give that bell a ring, it will tell you when our content is available. Until you join us again next time. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye for now.